In about 2004, HP released the HP Pavilion ZD8000. Many people deemed it the worst laptop they ever made and gave HP a bad reputation. Why? Because it had a certain failure, a battery failure, which many people related to the laptop itself. The battery would overheat so much that it would cause a burn. Yes, that's right, a burn. And here is an official document that describes the lawsuit against them and the recalls. Now, here's what it says. An internal short can cause the battery cells to overheat and melt. Now that is very strange. Incidents or injuries, HP has received 16 reports of overheating, including 4 in the U.S. No injuries have been reported. But the recalled lithium-ion battery rechargeable battery packs are used with various HP and compact notebook computers. See list below. The recalled battery has a subset of those manufactured through March 2004 through, 2005. And unfortunately, ZD8000 is on the list, well, S81000. But apparently, the battery doesn't seem to be a very good thing. But actually, there was another problem, an NVIDIA class action lawsuit, which happened with HP ZD8000s with an NVIDIA graphics card. And these would fail, causing lines to be on the display. Luckily, it's impossible to find an NVIDIA one on eBay. I was only able to find an ATI one, which doesn't seem to have that issue. Regardless, it gave HP a bad reputation, and the lines on the display will never be forgotten. And many strange things happened. And here's another article that describes it as well. As you can see, there's a laptop itself. And looking at the document, well, it says something interesting. Hang on. Here, it has DV1000, DV8000, and ZD8000, which is not good. Which I have 2 of those. I'm only missing the DV8000. But something must have happened relating to the battery. And looks like Toshiba and Dell also fell victim to the same thing, because of course the batteries were made by Sony, which is not good. Because Sony has had a couple of very bad things happen to their batteries back in the day. They don't have the best ones. In 2006, in 2008, that stuff happened. And people sued both HP and other manufacturers like Toshiba and Dell. And HP received the most blame. People started saying that HP made the most effective laptops ever. But here it is, the rare ATI version. Now, the NVIDIA ones are impossible to find, especially the drivers. But the somewhat rare, still very rare, ATI version doesn't suffer the lines on its display, and it also has easier drivers to find. And here is the power connector. It's the same as the ZV5000, which I reviewed before, Scrutinized Tech. And as you can see, you can put it any way you want, and it feels really good to connect. And I'm going to connect it. Alright, so first of all, the status bar is different than the ZD7000, which has them down here. And this is slightly thicker. And we're going to open it up. Oh, also the latch design is different as well. So now, let's open it up. There we go. So you can see it opens right up. And the screen is glossy, unlike the ZD7000, the later model. And it's very cool. I mean, this design is pretty cool already. Unlike the ZD7000, the mouse buttons are thicker and have a more robust shape, and they stick out. So I guess to emphasize it. Also, yes, the mouse buttons feel way better than on the ZD7000. The keys feel exactly the same as they are carried over from the previous model. and I'm going to turn it on. Alright, the computer started up, and now we're going to take a look at it. So you can see here, it has the Media Center HP background. It's pretty quick at doing everything, and it has a very good trackpad. Although 1 second, I'm going to adjust its sensitivity by going in the control panel and go into the mouse settings. How quick does it load up? I clicked on it. There we go. The fans are already kicking on, which definitely doesn't say anything pretty good about this, but then again, this does require a lot of power to do something. And now, let's see pointer options. Is this fast enough? Yes. Now let's hit apply. Much better. So now it works really smooth. Now first we want to go to the internet. Firefox should load in about a second. There we go. And now we're just gonna go to YouTube. And as you can see, it loads right up, and then we can just go here. Alright, now I'm at my YouTube channel. Kinda weird looking at it on here, but let's watch a video. Here's where the strangeness starts. May look normal at first, but check this out. I'm gonna go to a classic.
Yeah, you heard the man. Yes, Fred. Hit the gas. Agree.
The speakers are very loud. But as I adjust the volume, watch what happens. Like a TV, this thing comes up to show you you're changing the volume. Now that is some great thinking from HP. I haven't seen that in many other laptops, and I hope that becomes a feature again. I like how it does it like a TV. Since the laptop's display is so big, it's good to see that your volume is increasing, and indeed it is. I like that feature a lot, and it feels good to press too. It doesn't feel trash.
You have the spare fuel tanks in the back. We're good. Alright, that's all I needed to know.
Full screening this is not an option. Like the ZD8000, the video will become delayed.
Hey guys, we're approaching the
but hey, it's not that bad.
Like somebody else is there. Right guys, we're going in. Oh man. Come on guys. I'll have one, please. Thanks.
Although let's try it
I'll have one, please.
for research purposes. As you can see, the fans are already starting to
Come here.
yeah.
Oh, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. All right, cut it out, you two. This is Jeff. This is Jeff. You know, he's our friend. He's our friend. All right. Oh man. Oh, that was weird. Careful. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but we really need to head out. We need to go now. Everyone go. All right. Wait, I want you to follow me on Instagram. Wait.
Actually, never mind. There isn't a delay.
Yeah. The door.
Which is good.
What's the big idea, Jay? He was purple, so I thought he was a minion. Look, not all the minions
So,
are
as you can see, it runs
Most are
very
pigs.
good.
Look, he's
So
my
you can
son.
always exit full screen.
And, as a matter of fact, if you see anyone that looks like me, they're most
Glitches
likely
out when
gonna
you
be
try to
related me.
go through, and now we're going to X out of that. So now Firefox is closed. Now what we're going to do next is go on to, let's see, how about Sonic Robo Blast 2? Alright, now we're in Castle Eggman zone, and let's get started. Very smooth. Check that out. There is absolutely no lag right now. No lag. This game has never felt better to play. Even my new Acer isn't as good. Neither is my skill. Yeah, like I said, the keys feel so good to press. Let's see if I can still see the volume meter. Oh yeah. That volume meter is so good looking. I really like how it mimics a TV. The speakers also sound really clear for a laptop. While it'll never have a built-in subwoofer, although I do think it'll fit. Frick, I'm such a bad gamer. Look at me, I couldn't even do good. But let's quit the game. Because I'm a sore loser. Yeah, you know it. But also there's a media center now. Check this out. There we go. Very smooth. I don't know if it looks this smooth on YouTube, but look at that. Oh man, that is smooth. I haven't seen anything that smooth before. It's insane. That is so cool. My pictures. Now if we try to do that, sample pictures, and it says, do you want to add pictures now? And I'm going to say no. And of course you can go to sample pictures at the arch. Look at that, it full screens it. Now that is cool. Look at that. The sample pictures, oh, the Blue Hills. They've never looked this good. And yes, Blue Hills is also iconic. You've probably seen this before. Oh, the fish though, that's pretty cool looking. Some of these are wallpaper worthy. Hey, that's Rio de Janeiro, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, that's... Oh, now it's looping. How do I... Oh. Now that is some creative thinking from Microsoft. This laptop combined with that feature just is a perfect mix, for sure. Now, let's see my music. Actually, it doesn't have music, but more programs. Create CD or DVD, Messenger, or sync to device. So, yeah, I think the later versions, the Vista version, I'm pretty sure that one can, you know, do stuff. Now, this one just takes you directly back to the normal menu, but we can always leave instantly. That is awesome. And now we can go to HP Total Care and bring up the computer's information. Look at that. That's fast. Now just go to My HP Computer. And as you can see, it says Pavilion ZD8000, which is correct. The product number and the serial number are correct. It says Microsoft Windows XP Professional, despite this being Media Center Edition. But I guess this is based on the professional version of Windows XP, which is fine. The BIOS version is correct. Help and support version, I really don't know and I could care less. Intel Pentium 4, hyper-threading. It doesn't say it there, but I know it's the hyper-threading version because it says it in BIOS if you can turn hyper-threading on or off. Obviously, hyper-threading is a proprietary version of multi-threading, which is pretty new at the time and a big deal. And 3.00 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz in other words. It's something, yeah. And of course, I barely use anything of the hard disk. Ooh, no way. So in other words, 92 gigabytes, or at least 90. That is pretty good. I'd say it would have had 100 probably, but probably the format doesn't really show much and probably can't support its complete capacity. But damn, that's a good hard drive. So if this were paired with a solid state drive, imagine how crazy awesome this thing would be. And it would definitely take some stuff off, some stress off of the hard drive and, you know, the processor. I don't know what accessories does. What does that bring up? Server not found, of course, but we could always do a little something here. We could copy the link, and then we could go to web.archive.org. Now watch this. We might be able to bring it up. Control V. And let's see what it brings up. Saved 76 times. Let's go back to 2008, which is probably where it looks normal. So let's go right here. And let's see what comes up. Okay. Now, how long will it take to... Oh, there we go. For business notebook laptop. Okay. Nice. Now that is a list. Yeah, for sure. But of course, this doesn't look that correct. Hang on. Discontinued products. I don't know. There has to be more. Is this all? Mobile workstation. Why not? Let's look it up. HP Compaq 8510W. HP Compaq. Not Compaq. Pack 8. What was it? 8510W. If they call it a mobile workstation, they probably have enough balls. But it doesn't matter. Let's go to images. I can't believe they have enough balls to call it a workstation. But yeah, that looks about right. Although that's a far cry from a mobile workstation. That's literally just a business laptop with, of course, a fingerprint reader, a novelty at the time. But nothing special. Not really. As you can see, accessories doesn't display what I want it to display, which is kind of ironic because if it was the correct software for this laptop, why would it send me to that website? Now, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this. VLC Media Player works, Project 64 works, the Genesis emulator works. You know, everything works here. Windows Media Player works, but I'm not going to mess with that. So yeah, not much to this laptop, but it's definitely something. So, really have nothing else to show about this laptop, although I could go over its ports. So of course, to start off, the ports here include the combo drive, which is common on HP. Now, these really don't work too much anymore. It's really hard to find working ones. But of course, SD card, Memory Stick Pro, MMC card, I forget what the full name for that is. SM card, also forget the full name. And then also an XD card, which pretty straightforward. You got your standard PCMCIA port. I think this is a rocket drive. I forget what it's called, but this is where you put like in a remote or something. Some accessories. This is HP's HP USB digital drive. It lets you connect like an SD card or stuff. Even those portable hard drives that HP made. And of course, there's the eject button. This opens up like this. Not many people actually show this, but yeah, this actually does that. Mini display port, 2 USB 2.0. No, wait, 1.0, isn't it? no. But a phone port for anyone still poor enough to not afford broadband, and of course Ethernet. Here is of course the one and only HP external speaker thing, or most commonly used by docking station. They did use these for speakers though, because I found images on them recently. On the back, it's a little different than the ZD8000 because this line would actually continue on the ZD8000, but it's cut off obviously to fit more openings in the back. And of course, we have HP and their proprietary power jack. We also have the another USB drive, S-Video, and of course VGA. There's nothing else here, but geez, look at the size of that opening. I mean, look, my thumb's first part actually goes across it, which is insane. Now let's go through this side, and yes, this laptop is heavy. Another USB port. We got two headset / microphone ports, although what I don't like about this is that it's not labeled. I don't know if this is headphone or mic, or if this is headphone or mic. I guess it's either or, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. Regardless or not, here's a DVD RW drive, which is not exactly that common either, especially for the time. Very, very good. I like how this is a true combo drive. Then you got normal CD and CD RW. Now, there has to be like a design continuation here, but I guess it broke off for some reason. But it really doesn't matter. I don't care. But still, the status bar on the front was obviously updated to match the rest of HP's 2004 lineup. Something I'm trying to collect. I'm trying to get all of them. The first design here, the first light is obviously showing that if the laptop's on or not. The next light is of course shows if the laptop is charging or not. The next light to show if it's even plugged in. And the third one is obviously the hard drive, and showing if the hard drive is moving its needle or not. Wonder how that would look with an SSD. Now I'm gonna have to cut the video here and put on flash. Of course, this is where the battery would go, but since the battery's a defect, I decided to disconnect it to save this laptop's motherboard and prevent the motherboard from breaking. How, you may ask? Well, here's the thing. If the battery is defective, that battery was known to overheat so much to burn, and it would burn so much that this would get so hot that the motherboard just wouldn't be able to handle the heat, therefore killing the motherboard. Now that may sound like bullshit to you, but it actually happens. As a matter of fact, I remember seeing a video on it. I'll have to bring it up later. But this is of course the hard drive area, which shares space with the wireless part, and here is of course the RAM area. Now, yeah, and it has a whopping 3 fans, obviously for different purposes. 3 fans, and they're all very loud, and they don't sound like the ZX5000. And of course, here's all the legal stuff. The product key, which of course is Home Edition, but these were also offered with a Media Center Edition. HP Pavilion ZD8000, and it's correct. This model is specifically ZD8333 CL. Now, I don't know exactly what US or CL means in HP's models, and I'm not really sure, but all the ATI versions have the same drivers, so they all work. It shares drivers with the compact Rosario X6000, and the thing about that, maybe US means United States, I don't know, or CL means Chile, but I don't think so. I think it's just randomness. That's all I can really think about it. I don't really care. And of course, this laptop, more specifically, is the HSTNN Q08C, which is a laptop that unfortunately was blacklisted by the government. So yeah, this isn't exactly good, but the laptop itself is good. It's actually not the laptop that sucked. That was the Nvidia version that sucked ass. Um, those are pretty much Thanos from Earth, but this one is of course the ATI version, which is much better, and does not have the display lines. So this one will last probably as long as my other ones, because this is probably better. So of course I'm going to put this down again. If you're subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for doing so. And to make a quick announcement, I will never get monetized on this channel, so I can say whatever I want and do whatever I want. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.